We're going to get going into all of this lovely stuff. Okay, so I'm going to go through. How many of you guys, does everybody have CinchShare? And you can use the side chat if anybody says no, but otherwise I'm going to assume you all have the CinchShare already in. And we're going to go in and I'm going to do a screen share so that I can get into my screen and get going on this. So it's going to show, where am I here? Screen share. So this is where I am in CinchShare. Now, does everybody know how to get to this spot? How do I do this so it'll actually let me see chats in case somebody says no? I don't know. Oh, there we go. I think I've got more people on here now. There, I think I've got everybody. So just say, like, do something like this if you don't, if the answer is no anywhere along the way. All right, so we're going to have this over here. And if everybody can see, I've already got 2 posts that were scheduled to go at 7 o'clock. So once those 2 go, how many people know how to do a basic posting out of CinchShare? Perfect. So we're going to go through this. I know it's going to sound very simple for some of you who have started this, but I think it's important that we go through. So the first time that you come into CinchShare, you're not going to see all of these things, these Facebook groups, Facebook pages, or Twitter pages, or Instagram. Okay, nothing's really going to be set up at this point. So the first things that you're going to want to be able to do is do your setup. So if I click over here is a lovely array of different things that'll help you through all the steps. So first thing you have to do is you've got to set up to connect with your Facebook group. Now, I don't have a blank thing that shows that, but if you've logged in and you've connected your Facebook accounts, and I might do a private with 1 or 2 of you guys if you don't even have that step, because I'm going to turn my phone off for my child. Because I don't have something already like to go, you will see, has everybody made the 2 connect yet? Okay, so Marcia has not made it connect yet. So when you go into your account, one of the things that you've got user settings, you've got all of your different things, correct? So once you've got your user settings and everything in place, then it's going to, if you go into here, it's going to actually ask you, do you have, so let's say LinkedIn. I do not have anything for LinkedIn. So it's telling me right here to add LinkedIn to my account. So if I were to click on LinkedIn, then I have to log into my LinkedIn account. Okay, so I don't have a LinkedIn account, but that's how you would do it. So when you're doing it from Facebook, it's the same thing. It's going to give you a plus Facebook, and you need to be able to log into your Facebook account. Are you seeing that, Marcia? Sorry, hang on. I'm going to ask you to unmute. Oops, you're still not sounding. Is anybody else hearing her?
So I'm not hearing anyone else, but I will just say I just recreated my account on CinchShare. And when I created it, before I even got to the main screen, it gave me the option to log into my Facebook, my Twitter, my Instagram, and 1 other thing right from the main screen. So there's going to be 2 options, the way that you showed it, if you don't get it when you first sign up, and then.
Or from here?
Exactly, yeah.
Okay, because your stuff here, Marcia, is going to be all blank in this section here. I don't know why I can't hear you. I think it has to do with your headset. So unless you want to unplug and see if it works better without the headset. Can you talk to me now? You might have to disconnect your headset to be able to talk.
Like now?
Yeah, now I can hear you. Sorry, for a little while we'll have to do this live like this so you can talk. Okay, so are you on this page right here that I'm on?
No, I just logged into something that Bailey sent me, and I'm working on it.
Your headphones aren't the ones playing the noise.
Okay. So,
So do you have CinchShare yet?
it looks like I do. I'm just gonna say done. It's not letting me say done. Industry. What is
Direct sales is fine, whatever.
okay?
Okay, so you're just accessing the CinchShare now. Okay.
Yes.
If there's a coupon, make sure you're typing in TOTL for top of the line. That gives you the 60-day free trial.
I see that. So you have to put in something first,
For what?
like a payment thing first,
They'll
and
still
then
make you put in a payment.
yeah. Okay, give me a sec.
Okay, how about if you do that, what you're working on? I'm going to go ahead and start doing a little bit of a tour, and then we'll go back through and help you through some of it too, okay? Fair enough? It's okay,
Fair
it's
enough.
okay. So not everybody's just, so are you guys okay with that if we just move ahead a little bit and then we'll start walking through some of it? Okay, so from this point here, this is where you're going to be.
No longer. Sorry.
It's okay, I can mute you for a minute and then let me know when wave at me when you're ready. So this stuff here has everybody connected CinchShare to Facebook. So Bailey has. Kim, have you? Okay, that's fine. Michelle? Yeah, okay. And it says Ethan, and I know it's not Ethan, and I'm blanking. Hang on a second. I've asked to have you unmute, but it's not, I guess you're, oh, there.
Hi, it's Wendy.
It's Wendy. Wendy. You know what? I do these every time because I've seen you I've been in a few things with you, and every time I'm like, oh, I got to remember Wendy when I see it. So, okay. I'm going to hit mute again.
Sorry. No.
Oops, sorry, I hit mute. So Wendy, have you connected your CinchShare and your Facebook?
No, I don't have it yet, so I'm just going to watch you tonight, and then when you record this, I will go through it again, and I will touch base with you again.
That's excellent.
Thank you.
Yep, no problem. Okay, so what I want to try and make sure, so like Bailey said, there was a place in here that it should tell you you connect your Facebook, or you can go and click over here in the My Networks, and that's where I joined each one of my different accounts, because I have a Twitter account and I have an Instagram account. So I made sure to connect my Facebook. So is it showing you guys over here when you're in the Facebook tab? Does it show you the plus or to add Facebook? Kim, are you looking at yours? It doesn't show you that? Sorry, hang on. Okay, it should let you on there.
Yeah, I'm going to do the same as Wendy.
Okay,
it's
no
too
problem.
confusing.
Nope,
for me.
that's fine. No problem. Okay. Okay, so once you've connected your accounts, it will look, depending on how many groups that you have, and I do a lot of theater and stuff, so you're going to see a lot more groups here. It's going to show you an eyeball, and it's going to show you a broken heart and a tick mark. So if I decide that I want to use my CinchShare account to talk to an account, what I have to do is add CinchShare to a Facebook group and then click on this. So if I tried and clicked on Decades of Broadway right now, it's going to say I can't do it until I add the app. So what has to happen is I'm going to go into Facebook and I'm going to go into Decades of Broadway just because I know that the group is there still. And when I'm in here, I'm going to go into settings, which is down here because I'm the admin. I've created this group. And I'm going to go in and I'm going to go all the way down to apps. Okay, and then I'm going to make an edit in apps. And it basically, at first glance, it looks like there's nothing for me to do. But if you roll down, add apps is at the bottom. Then I want to search for CinchShare. CIN is enough, and then it pulls up the one I want. It'll say, is this the app that you want to add to just this group? And I say add app. It says now I've added CinchShare and it can now be used in this group. So what happens next is I need to actually get over to my CinchShare folder, which I can't see with this thing. I don't know if I can move this. I'll make this slightly smaller so I can see it for a moment. There, CinchShare is the next one over. All right. So I'm going to open up CinchShare, and now what it's going to do is I'm going to hit refresh. So it's going to think for a second. And now if you look at Decades of Broadway, it's saying it is available for me to work with. So right now it's available for me to work with, but if I go look over here, it's not listed here. But if I go back to this again and I click on it, it makes it black. Now if I go look over here in my list, it will be in the alphabetical list that I've got here, Decades of Broadway cast and crew. That means I can now make posts and stuff that will go to there. Okay, so if I decide that I'm done with it at some point, I just go back over here, I click it, it removes it. I come back over here and it's no longer in my list and making my life confusing. So as I'm adding parties and finishing parties, adding VIP pages that I'm helping until they're independent of my new member team. Once they're independent, then I will take them off my list and I don't need to post to their pages anymore. So these things will grow and separate as I need. All of these things, and the same thing happens when you're doing Twitter. It sets up whatever accounts that you have, and Instagram, it sets up whatever accounts you have. Now, Instagram is different because I can post it from here, but it won't actively show on Instagram until I do it from my phone. So I have to have CinchShare on my phone. So the nice thing is if you got CinchShare on your computer and then you download it onto your phone and log in with the same account that you've set up on your computer, it's free. You can do it both ways free. Okay, so it's from both locations, or well, it's the same price as what you've paid for the online version. It's all incorporated. So that makes it nice when I'm on the go and I've done a couple of Instagram posts and I have to still do it, but I can do it from my phone. It's a little more complicated, but it's still doable and I can coach on that at some point. Does anybody have any questions at that point? Yes, Michelle, I'm going to make you actually go unmute.
Simple question. How much is CinchShare?
So
when it's not free?
CinchShare, so on the, I don't know what it is by phone if you just did it with your phone, but online you can sign up using the password or the discount code or whatever they call it of capital TOL, top of the line, TOTL, and that gives you 60 days free. After that, I believe it is, I want to say it's like $10 a month. Okay. You can also pre-sign up for a full year in advance, and it saves, it's like getting to almost 2 months free. So it saves a little bit money. Go ahead, Bailey.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. It's $10 US per month.
Oh, US, yes.
Monthly plan, and it's $100 US if you sign up for the yearly plan. But just know it gets charged right up front, that $100 US.
Okay.
Okay.
But it's also a business expense, so just everybody remember that.
Okay.
Yep. Track your receipts, track all of your payments and all of those things. Okay. That will help you. So any other questions at this point? Now, if anybody goes who doesn't already have CinchShare on here and you get stuck, catch me anytime during the day, because I can go through a quick video chat with you and walk you through some of this, okay? If you get stuck at all, just give me a shout, because I'm happy to help for a few minutes and walk you through it. It'll be quick. Were you saying something, Bailey? I asked to unmute, but it's not. Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought you were asking me something. Okay. So no other questions. I'm going to move forward. Okay. So once you have all of these things set up, so now you actually have a list of maybe 3 parties or just 1 party or whatever that you've got going on and your own VIP page, or no parties and VIP pages, whatever you happen to have going on. So what I did at first, and for the first couple of weeks, this was heaven, especially as I was experimenting on how to create a party, was I also created a Facebook group page called Practice Tupperware Party. You name it whatever you want it, but I did it so I had a place. And another Lori, who's not on here today, but Lori also, we shared it. I made us both admins, and we both practice messing up on there so that we weren't practicing on our own VIP page and having it go wonky, especially when we started booking a party. So I highly recommend that. Just make up a Facebook page to practice with, so that you can use that as your first couple of, especially when you're learning how to do batch posts or multi photo posts and all of these different things. Okay. Just a suggestion. So, and I have still used it a few times when I have something else that I want to try first, just because I want to see how it looks when it lays out. So I will eventually dump this, but I can add a couple people if they want to that page, if they want to come into that one that I have going, and I can make them an admin and then they can practice in there as well. Okay, so making our first post. Since most of you guys are new to here, there is going to be a link, and I'm going to share it to you when we're done, or in a moment. I might share it in a moment just so that those who are trying to do this as we go. But these things over here, this one here is the history of everything that I've done, but also what is available. There is actually a TOTL shared folder that Cora's team has put together, which is the biggest blessing ever, because I don't have to copy and paste a whole bunch of stuff, and I don't have to go and look for a lot of it. There's still more available on top of the line in Facebook, and I can add to it, but this gives me such a great start. And I have the link that you guys can use that will actually give you direct, it actually propagates it right into your folder. Yes, Michelle? Oh, you got, okay. So if I go clicking on these things, this has catalogs. It's got both kind of catalogs, but if you look further at them, I don't know that the words will pop up. One of them is the catalog full pages, and the other one is individual ads. So if you pop in here, it's full pages right from the catalog. It's like the catalog's been shredded and put into single page ads. Or you can go in and look up cookware and find all sorts of lovely advertising that you can pitch and use. Yep, I see your hand. I love the hand feature.
Sorry. Hi. Sorry.
Hi.
I don't see that folder, that TO.
Okay, so I'm going to send that right now to the group that we're in, so that you can actually click on it, because the minute you click on it, it actually will propagate to your system for it. So hang on a second here. And
So I actually just did that through Facebook, and it's true. It just
isn't that the
linked.
most
I didn't have to
amazing
click
thing?
anything else? Yeah, it was just there.
Of course, now I get to find where I put it, because I had saved it so that I wouldn't actually forget, and then I closed it for something else to search something else. So let me
It's okay. I have it right here.
Here we
if you
go.
want it. Oh, sorry. Close up.
What is it gonna do? I save. You have it right there, because if you've got it, you can say it. You can share it to our group link then.
Thank you.
So once you click on it, it actually opens up CinchShare and pops it in there. I saved it, but I saved the link that'll actually go and do my CinchShare thing. So once you've done it, who has been able to click on that link now? Does it work?
No.
So Marcia's did. Michelle's?
No, I'm trying again. Hold
But I
on.
don't think you've signed up, right?
Oh, Michelle, have you signed up yet for CinchShare?
Yes,
Oh, you have Cinch. So you're seeing what we're seeing. It's just not the folder, right?
correct.
Okay.
But hold on 1 second. Oh, here. Yep, I got it now. It's all good. I'm here now.
It's like the best thing. It's like golden.
That was pretty awesome.
So again, when you're in this folder, kind of play around because there's different things. I'm going to just show you a few of them. Like if you go into the fall, winter catalog with all of the individual images, it's got so much information in there. So we're going to do a couple of basic posts, but I want to show you first, but I want to show you a few other things that are in here. And when we're not on tonight, go and poke around and see a few other things. Okay. I want you to just take some time to familiarize because there's copy and Facebook parties. Now, January, mid-December parties don't really work as well right now because you have to change a lot of the images that are in there. Okay. But if you look, there's a February folder and there are currently 2 people who have put their February parties in there. So you can actually do it the way they've done it. You can change it up however you want. And I'm going to get, yeah, it's fabulous. But I'm going to get into another time, not tonight. I'm going to show you how I have created. So when I first started, I was doing January 1st, this is what I'm posting. January 2nd, this is what I'm posting. And I was saving things that way. And it was not helping me because I was having trouble reusing. I have now gotten myself so organized. So this is what my February party page looks like. So I want you to see what I can do real quick. I'm not going to lesson this all around right now, but day 1 of a 2-day party. So if I have a party on Monday night and Sunday is considered my day 1. So even though the party is not, so I will actually select all. It takes all of these things. I'm just showing this so you can see how easy it is. And then I'm going to go, oops, hang on a second here. Let me get this picture out of the way.
Stop.
So that I'm going to click batch post. It's going to go into my practice folder so you can see. So let's say my date, this is going to be on Sunday. I want to do this on or Saturday. Maybe my party is on Sunday. So this is my Saturday postings. I will start in the morning at 7 a.m. as my very first 7:30. It doesn't really matter when my first post is. Whenever I want to do my first post, and I want to do a post every hour. So I'm going to put 1. Oops, didn't go in. 1 an hour. Apply the intervals. So if you look over here, it's actually spread it out starting at 7:30, 8:30, 9:30. It's going to spread my posts out already. I've already pre-designed my folder. So it does it all for me. And now I'm going to hit schedule my batch. So the day before my party, I'm already done. And now I'm ready to go in and batch post. So if I look in here on Saturday, you can see they're already both posted. They're already scheduled to do.
Brilliant.
It's like heaven. So then if you look at, I'm going to show you another. So this is where we're going to get you guys with this. So please be patient because it's worth every minute on how to do this. Okay. Same thing if I do day 2 and that's party day, but it's all before the party. So I do this all the way up. You can see 15 minutes before, 30 minutes before. So in the morning, I start off, I get them coffee, I do games, start warming them up 15, well, the 15 and 30 got switched. And then I can batch post that in for that amount of time. And then my party time is the draw. Then I go through all my favorite little postings. You can see where all of the things in all the way up to order. And I do these so that they fit in over an hour and a half of my party time. And this is the few minutes after my party for the next couple of hours after my party. And this is the day following. And I patch them all out. So in like 10 minutes, I can do this, but creating it is a little bit slower. So we're going to go in. So this is our end goal. I wanted you to see why it's worth spending the time here, because we will get there. So we're going to go in and do a simple posting. Okay. So from here, so this one here is the one that's going to have your library of what you can pull from. Okay. So you're not going to have access to my stuff. We're going to go into the top of the line. Okay. And I want to post something on a catalog item. Okay. And you're going to write your own piece on this. So we'll go into, are you following how I'm getting into this spot here for those? Okay. So I want to go in and I'm going to do, because there's multi-products, on the go, cookware, bakeware. Let's do an on the go. Okay. And I want to do a post on mugs. Okay. So when I look at this, I can do just this individual picture and I don't even have to pick it. I can just hit send. Now post means it's going to throw it over to here. And it takes a moment and now it loads. And now I can type in, this is the coolest mug, whatever. You can type whatever it is that you want. Okay. So this is your sales pitch spot. You've got everything here. If you want this one photo to be also a link, meaning if you click on it, it goes somewhere, you can add the link information here, be it a party link, like for your party, or a link that talks about those mugs. Okay. Or you can add the link up in here in your text area and just do HT, especially if it's a multi-picture unit. Now let's say I have this one and I think, oh, I want to add another photo, but I know it's not over in here, but I can add to it. Actually, let me close that because that was wrong. I can add to it by clicking the camera here. So it's add multiple images. So I can now go in and grab some more photos. Maybe I've got recipes for something that I want to add to it. I go into my own library of whatever stuff I've got in here. So I can add another photo. So it doesn't make sense what I'm adding, but I'm adding it just for the sake of showing you how it adds. I can choose to write information here on each one. So as people flip through, they can see the different photos and the information that I've given. And then down here is close. So now it's telling me I have 2 images in this post. This is the top image. When I save it, I have to make a decision on where I want to save. This is a new post I've never done before. Am I making this part of my party, or is this a generic post to my own VIP page? So for me, or is it going to my Tupperware group page? Okay, so I would choose where I would put it, my VIP page, which that's not where I'm going to actually put this. Double click so it saves and it tells you my VIP page. That's where it's saving it. So if I ever need to look for it again, I know where I can find this. Maybe it was a worthwhile one to use again. I'm going to pick the date and I can say tomorrow. It has to be after the current time. So I'm going to say 7:30. It's 32 right now. I'm going to say 7:34 p.m. It's going to my practice page and I'm going to say schedule post. Okay, I make sure I've got everything down that I want. Now it's going to schedule the post. Now, would you like to return to manage posts? That goes back to the library, or no, I want to stay right where I am. It stays over here. It stays on this design page, like the setup page here. Okay. There are 2 ways to look at your posts as they come, in the order you've scheduled them, meaning the order that the most recent thing I put together is here, or it does it in the scheduled date. So again, this one's going to be the next one that goes, but the one that I scheduled earlier this morning is the second one. So it gives you 2 ways to view.
Okay.
Michelle, you've got your hand raised. Is that still a?
No, it's just won't go away.
No worries. Bailey, are you good? You're good? Okay. So this doesn't disappear unless I refresh it. So at 34, right now it's 33. So in another minute, it will actually post but I won't see it disappear. So I want to wait the extra 30 seconds before I actually hit the refresh page on this. But I'm going to pull forward the other page so you can see when it actually appears. So I'm going to go into practice. Here's my practice page. There are 2 of us in here. And look, in that meantime, it actually posted by the time I came over here. So it's here with my garbledy-gook. Okay, so that's how the best thing is you can book in the morning your 3 to 5 posts on your VIP page, and it goes like clockwork. The only thing you have to remember, the most common thing that I hear is, but my party didn't post. It's because you have to remember AM and PM. Okay, that one's a really big one. Also in your setup, make sure that this, once you've changed it, you're golden. But this is another one. Somebody new to Facebook or to CinchShare, this is the one that they forget to change, and that has to say the Eastern time. It has to be in our time zone. Okay, so those are really important things for your first time to make sure it's there. Anybody have a question, any comments or anything? Serena, I know you're there, but I'm not seeing your face, and I don't see a chat section. So if you have questions, you can ask me afterwards. So hopefully everybody is good with that. So does anybody raise your hand if you want me to go over something, or if something doesn't make sense at this point? Okay, so I'm going to keep going for a little bit longer and try and make sure we do one more posting practice. And then I want to make sure everybody has a chance to just practice posting single posts for tomorrow, and then tomorrow night I can go a little bit further, but I don't want to overwhelm everybody. Does that make sense? For some of you, I know this is still pretty basic and you've got it, but I want to make sure we don't lose anybody in this.
Or missed half of it.
Pardon?
Or missed some of it.
Or missed some of it. And I've recorded this, so not to worry.
Perfect.
Okay, so we're going to go back in and we're going to do another post sample. So again, we're in the top of the line in the catalog somewhere. Let's say I want to use something that's already a Facebook, like a party post where it's multiple photos. So I go in and I look at the February parties for, let's try Chantel's. I don't even remember who's got what in where. Oops, I accidentally opened one. So this is what Chantel's look like in one of her party sessions. So if you look at this though, the cool factor is this tells you in her post here, she has some written information and she has 4 additional photos in this post. So we're going to take a look at what this looks like. So I'm just going to click on it. So I can't look at each of the individual photos, but she's got additional photos that show this in action. Okay, and there's a this or that price here as well. Okay, so but in her post, she has it written post message, pre-party post number 34, the place for seals, order yourself. Okay, so if I was going to use this, this is what I would do, because I'm not going to want that pre-party post part in there, but I can't edit it in her party. But I like this post. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to take this and I'm just going to tick it just because I want to make sure I've got the right one. I'm going to hit post. So it again, this time it's going to send it over to here. It's got all of those 4 images in it. If I don't like one of them, I can hit the X and delete it. If I want to add another photo from my own library on my computer, I can upload a photo. Okay. I like the photos the way they are, so I'm going to leave them. I'm going to take this off. I'm going to ad lib this into something that works for me. Instead of order yourself one of these 2 neatly stored, I might phrase it some way that's more my phrasing. Maybe I'll keep a couple of her sentences and change up one of the others. You get to make this your own. So it sounds like it's coming from you, not a catalog. Okay. Or somebody else's language or whatever. And then again, you do the same thing. You're going to pick a date. You're going to pick a time, whatever time that might be, AM or PM, where it's going, practice Tupperware party, in my case right now. And where do I want to save this post? So if I know that I'm going to want to pull this one again, you've got to remember, you want to find a place that you can put it. Now, if you think this is a spectacular post and you really think this would be good in a party day, then you can save it in your parties page somehow, and then you can shuffle your party page later. Or generic party posts. I have things in there so I can go and grab them at a later date. So you will have to create your own folder names, and I would suggest that you write down folder names and think about how you're going to use them before you start randomly just creating folder names. Okay. And then I'm going to schedule the post, and it'll let me, so I can actually automatically go in and now do another post and another post and another post and schedule 5 for tomorrow and be done. So a generic booking, does that make
Oh,
sense?
excuse me.
Does the generic bookings make sense to everybody? Is anybody not understanding any of those steps? Okay, so you're okay, Michelle? Okay, hang on, I'm gonna make you unmute, sorry, so I can hear you.
Sorry.
No.
I don't have the option to schedule that it drops every hour like you were showing before. Can you show me again where that is?
Yeah. So in order to schedule every hour, I'd have to pick, let's say I want to do this one, this one, this one, and this one. Okay. So now I have more than one. When you look at this thing here, when you pull it down, if I have more than, I can't schedule a multi-photo thing anymore because I have 4 separate posts that I've selected. Each one of these is a standalone post from here. Okay. But I can copy and move these to my own party, or I can batch post, which is where it gives you all the times and you can do them broken up over over a period of time. I can delete the post. I can do whatever I want within the party post here. Okay.
Okay.
So, but if I go into a regular, so let's do this from the top of the line, because this will make more sense because this is where you're going to grab from. Copy and paste party Chantel's. Okay, I'm going to go into one of these folders. So each one of these is a separate thing. So I can post one. If I just pick this one, it's a full post. It has 6 photos in it. It's a single posting. If I go here, it won't let me schedule a multi-photo post from here. I have to copy this and put it in my own system. This is somebody else's post I'm allowed to copy, but I can't post from hers. So if I hit copy, it's going to say, where do you want to copy it to? And then I would pick in my own folders, generic post, and hit copy. So now this one was the carrots in the slicer, correct?
Right.
If I go in now and I find my generic party posts, the most recent one that I saved at the bottom, look at what's there. So now I have that in my own personal library. So if I click on it now, I can now delete the post, find and replace, batch post, copy or move. And why is it not letting me schedule into a multi-post? Oh, because it's already a multi-post. So as this, I don't need to do a multi-post. I just hit this and it'll automatically go over and post it. Oh, close the thing there. So there it is. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The idea is you can use the stuff from the top of the line, but you want to try and build your own personal library instead of bouncing back and forth and trying to remember what folder you got it. Yeah, if I try and go over here to grab something else, it's going to say changes may not be saved. They won't. It'll just kind of toss it back into the folder and you're starting all over again. Not the end of the world because I've got it all right here. It doesn't change anything for it. So, but the idea is, I think the most frustrating thing for me is when we get into a new thing, when I first started, was that I would find a post, I really liked it, I used it, but then I couldn't figure out where I had found it before. And And so going back and forth, so building your library as you go is and in your own folders so you know where to find them. So the next time we come on, I will have gotten rid of all my January 6th, 7th, December, all of those folders will be disappear. I'll put them in an archive folder or something, because most of those folders contain things I can't use anyway. These I already have set somewhere else in a party folder, but these are all sale items. I can't use these anymore, right? So when I did my party folder for February parties, it was before my January party, but I had to get rid of everything that was on sale in January and replace it with new stuff from February. Does that make sense? That's how you rebuild your February. So like in March, I can't use this one, right?
Mhm.
I have to get rid of it. So in the end, I would do this, delete post, and then I'd go find something else I wanted to move into this one or copy into it. So I always have this built and ready to go for my parties. Okay, does that sort of make sense? I can't see anybody, got to get you all up here. Does that sort of make sense a little bit?
Mhm.
Okay, so I'm not going to keep you guys on a whole lot longer because I think it's better. Oh yeah, Marcia, hang on, let me unmute you.
I created a new group while we were doing this for my practice. How do I add that to my CinchShare?
Excellent.
'Cause
Okay,
my-
we're going to do that again because this is the best way to do this, is for you guys to do this as we go. So we're going to go into
That group, right?
whatever group you created. You're in Facebook, you're in that group. Okay, you are
Yes.
the admin. There's nothing in there. If you've got the admin tools on the side, go all the way down to settings.
Yeah.
On settings, then you go all the way down again. Oops, I'm out of space here, so let me move this up. Hang on. To apps. At the very bottom of settings is apps. Okay, and you
Yes.
want to add apps. So you're going to click on the pencil. Why am I not in this thing?
Yes.
Ah! Okay, the thing is getting in my way here. Hang on a second here. So when you get to the apps thing, you are going to add the app, which is in mine is already there. But if you want to add apps, roll down to where it says add apps. Did you see where I found
Okay.
add apps? Okay.
Yeah.
In the search over here, type in CIN
Okay.
and
And
you'll
it came
see
up.
CinchShare. Yep. Click on CinchShare.
Yeah. Add.
Add it. And now you want to go back over to your CinchShare here, okay? And you're going to go into this circle with all the little, my networks, it's all the little people here.
Yes.
And now you want to, oops, yeah, sorry, I didn't go there.
Do I do the refresh?
Now you refresh. Very good. Refresh. And now it should show up there.
It does not.
Did you, hang on a second. I got to get to where this other thing is here.
It could be because the group was just created and your CinchShare hasn't had a time to pull it yet. So if that happens, what I always say is log out and log back in. And
Oh,
if
to
it still
CinchShare?
doesn't show up, then yeah, then we'll try to figure it out, but it should show up because that's happened with
So
me where it's so recent, it doesn't show up yet.
It takes a little bit to propagate it. Okay.
Yeah.
So you want to log out and see if it logs and log back in and see if it works there. Otherwise, we can talk through it. I can definitely work with you to get that to be working. And we'll do it step by step. Okay, while she's logging out and logging in, anybody else have any other questions? Yes, Bailey.
So I don't have a question, but I just want to add for everybody, this may seem like it's really overwhelming. just like our back office, it's a lot coming at you at once. But honestly, if you take the time, do a couple trainings, go through, play around with it, eventually you're going to find out, okay, I do this in this order, blah, blah, blah. Take notes, whatever you got to do. Because once you do get the hang of it, in all honesty, it cuts down your work time, and like, it's like a quarter of your time now is
Mm.
being spent placing all your party posts, as opposed to copy and paste. Like, it's so easy. It's worth the $10 a month. Like 110%. If you spend $10 on 2 coffees a month, cut the coffees and do this, because it's amazing.
It really has made a huge difference. When I first started doing some of these things, my camera, I don't know if you can all see this. This was my 3rd and 4th party happened to be on the same night. And I was just learning CinchShare and I was going bonkers. What do you mean putting 2 parties in at the same time? And it was confusing, and I'm pretty tech savvy, but I was losing ground fast. Once I actually worked out the process of the folders and how to smartly do this stuff, my parties, which my very first party took, I think, about 6 hours to book in, because I didn't know what I was doing. And then these 2 took it took me a full day to try and figure out how to get these 2. And these are both double-sided pages with everything between both parties being booked. And I had to write everything out by hand to understand what I was doing. Then the next party took me 25 minutes and I was done for the whole thing. And it was like, oh, wow. And now it takes me no time at all because I get it, but I had to, that's why I want to help kind of show you guys some of the things I had to work hard to figure out so that we can go through it. So have patience. Today, I just want you to be able to book a single photo picture. Like, don't go hog wild on figuring out if you can book 10 or 20 different things. Do a couple of single things. Get familiar with where the photos are on top of the lines folder. And tomorrow, I'm happy to do this as many times as we need, until you guys feel more comfortable with it. But each time I do it, I'm going to advance it a little bit, and we'll record and share and make sure you guys have a chance to practice. When you've got a few minutes, go in, take my video, rewatch this, because I've recorded this. And so I want to make sure that people can use this and learn from it. And just if you get stuck and something's not working by what I showed you in the video that we recorded, reach out to me and say it's not working, because I can meet, like, I'm happy to connect with you for, it really only will take 2 of us like 10 or 15 minutes to fix something that's not working. It's not like it's this big thing, and I'm happy to help. Okay. Yeah, Marsha. So, are you guys good if we say farewell now? I'm happy to stay on if anybody wants to keep asking questions. But if people are good with what they've got.
No, that's good. That was very helpful.
Okay, so it's a good start.
I learned so
Definitely.
much.
So
Right?
I'm just gonna say one thing. Top of the line is we actually have a relationship with CinchShare, and they've created our own Facebook group for our entire company. So I'm gonna post the link to that group in our group chat, in our party chat. Join that group, because if you ever have an issue, odds are if you go in that group and you search your question, somebody has had that same issue, and you have employees from this company who are in that group. They're there for you. They can help you. Like, we have a lot of help there, so take full advantage of it.
Yeah. It's just sometimes too, I know that, and especially early on for me, sometimes when there's 20 groups, you forget about those special groups. But that's
Absolutely.
that's actually, it is really helpful. And I spent some time in the beginning there as well, looking and searching through. And I'm finding that, and CinchShare, the website itself has some great, I'm going to show you one other thing that this has, again, for your own sake and sanity. If you click on that bottom thing that was there, it's got all sorts of different things. There's training, there's all sorts of different things that you can do here. There's a user's guide. They have, like, they really do have some great options. Did I actually log out? Because I thought there was something else. Log in. No, I should be in there. Oh, I just opened the other thing. Anyway, there's all sorts of great resources there as well. But I found that it was easiest when I would stumble through steps and then go back and try and take the next steps. So that's what I want to try and help you guys do too, is just work through some steps a little bit at a time, get that knowledge under your belt and move on. And then still know that those resources are there for you and you can use them whenever you want. And if you don't need to come back to me again, that's fine. But other things I'm going to show you are clipboard. This is kind of an awesome thing because I've got a clipboard and when I was running, I had 5 parties going at the time, but I had a clipboard for my shop, for Jackie's shop, for so-and-so's shop, for whatever. And I had a link one as well. So what that does is if I'm in here and I have like 6 different parties that I'm running, I can pull in and I can type up the whole thing and whatever I'm trying to talk about. And then in the end, I can basically go in and clip my thing and it already has my generic text in there of what I want to have said. Visit my page and shop and don't hesitate. And there it is. I don't even have to think about it. And if I had 5 or 6, it pulls up and I label them as such. I would say Henrietta's link or Henrietta's text. And both would provide her party link and her text without my having to type up or look up the different things. I love clipboard.
Brilliant.
Yeah, so there's going to be a whole bunch of these features that I want to make sure you understand how to use and all of these things, but I wanted to dabble you a little bit and let you know it's all here and it's all heaven.
I appreciate it.
Okay, so any questions for today and for tonight's homework? Work away, send a message if you're stuck. I'm happy to help.
Tonight has homework?
I want you each to practice going in and making at least 2 posts.
I created another group to play with.
And did you connect it?
Yes,
Yes.
it's connected now.
Super. So
Marsha's top practice party.
And just so that you know, like for me, when I'm booking like a thing, I'll pick, like if I've got 3 parties that I'm booking at the same time, I'll do 2 of, if I didn't have the link, I would only do it with this if it was just for Henrietta's, but without the link in here, if it was a generic thing, I could post the same to the 2 of these pages and then post something else to a couple more pages. Now, I would highly recommend you never do more than 4 pages with the same thing, okay? Just because you don't want to end up in Facebook jail. But 4 seems to be fine. It doesn't seem to, I've never had an issue. And I do tend to do something different to VIP pages than I do to party pages. So it kind of changes it up, okay? And everybody's parties on different days anyway. So if I had 2 parties on the same day, then I would always be, even the party would be booked at the same time. But again, I batch posted different times because their party start time would be different, right? So I treat each one's separately, but sometimes you can join post and do a multi-post, if that makes sense. But we'll go through that more later. Okay?
Okay.
Have questions, guys. Have a lovely evening. And I'll do another pitch, like a posting of when I'm going to actually do this for tomorrow again, if that's okay. Or is that too soon?
No, I'm good.
Tomorrow's okay? All right.
Good.
All right. Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I'm trying to figure out how to do this so that I can.
Oh, am I still on with you?
Yeah, I was just recording. Oh, there it is. God, stop recording. Ivy. I'm like trying to